Assalamu Alaykum and welcome to Mumti Online. Today we're going to be doing some graded reading. We'll be using the British Council website, Learn English Teens, the A2 level graded reading material. Our first story is going to be A Walk in the Forest by Robin Newton. Okay, once you've used the link in the description to get to the story, what you'll find is three main sections to the exercise. The first part is the preparation exercise. Here you'll find the new vocabulary in the story, and you'll be asked to match each new word to its definition. Then we have the main body of the story, which we'll read together. And then finally, at the tail end, at the end of the story, we have two sets of questions. Check your understanding, multiple choice, and check your grammar, gap fill. If we start with the preparation exercise, here you're asked to define these words, these new vocabulary in the story: to shout, to hurt, a forest, a bark, an argument, a tent, to run away, and to cry. Okay, so what do you do in this exercise? It's very straightforward. You'll need to click on each new word and then match it to the definition. So if we click on a forest, we can match it to a place with lots of trees and plants. Okay, so there we go. And we'll do the same for each new word, matching it with its definition by clicking on it and then clicking on the empty space. At the end of the exercise, all you need to do is come to the end and click finish. Click finish. Okay, the main body of the story obviously will have that vocabulary, and we'll read it together. Once you've read the whole story, obviously, then you'd have to work on these two sets of questions. Check your understanding, multiple choice, and check your grammar, gap fill. Okay. So let's have a quick read through of the story, and then we'll get started with the questions. Tuesday. Going through the forest is my favorite part of the walk. My dog Benji loves it too. I'm Grace. I live on a farm with my parents, and I take Benji for a walk most days after school. While Benji's playing, I stop to take a photo of a butterfly. I'm thinking about posting it on Facebook, but then I hear Benji barking. He's jumping and running around a boy. The poor boy looks worried. Benji, stop, come here, I call, and throw him his ball. I'm about to say sorry to the boy, but he's gone. Wednesday. It's cold today, so Benji and I are walking fast. As we go through the forest, it starts raining so hard, and so I run. Suddenly, I fall, and I'm on my back. Ouch, that hurt. Then there's someone there, and a voice asks, "Are you all right?" I look up and see the boy from yesterday. "I'm okay," I say, and the boy helps me up. "I haven't seen you at school. Do you live near here?" I ask. "No, I'm from Manchester," he says. "Sorry, I have to go. Can you walk? Do you need help?" "No, I'm fine, thanks," I say, and the boy walks away. "I'm Grace," I call. "What's your name?" But he's already gone. At home, Mum's watching the news. "Hi, Grace. Do you know about this boy, Mark?" she asks. "No, what boy?" I say. "A boy from Manchester. He's run away from home. Look, This is his dad. There's a man on TV sitting with a policeman. He's crying as the policeman asks people to help. Then they show a photo of the missing boy. It's the boy from the forest. He's Mark. Should I say something? Poor man, says Mum. I just hope they find his son soon. No, I mustn't say anything. If I tell Mum, the police will come and find Mark. What if he's running away for a good reason? I should talk to him first. Thursday. I can't find Mark, so I shout, Mark, are you there? No answer. Mark, I shout again. I know about you. After a moment, he appears. What do you know? How do you know my name? Your dad was on TV. The police are looking for you. He looks shocked. Did you say anything? Have you told them? No, I say. I wanted to talk to you first. What's happened? Why have you run away? I had an argument with my dad, a bad one. What about? I ask. Mark points to a fallen tree and we sit down. My mum died 4 years ago. It was a very difficult time for me and for Dad. He was so sad for a long time. But then he met someone new. Mel's her name. Oh, and don't you like her? I ask. No, not much. She's not a bad person, but we don't really connect. She wants my dad for herself and she isn't interested in me. But what about your dad? Have you talked to him? He tells me to try harder with her, but I can't. The night I ran away, he told me that we're all moving to London. Mel's from London, you see. Then he told me that he and Mel want to get married and have a baby. We both got angry and I told him I'm not moving to London. I took my tent and I left in the middle of the night. But what will you do? You can't live here, I tell him. I know, but my granddad and my friends are all in Manchester. I don't want to move to London. You might like London, I say. That's what my dad says. I feel sorry for Mark, but I think of his dad crying on TV and feel sorry for him too. What are you going to do? I ask. I don't know. I need to think. Friday. Mark's waiting for me in the forest. I've got news for him. The police came to the farm this morning. They're going to search the forest tomorrow. Mark looks sad. I didn't want this, my dad crying on TV. And police looking for me. I don't know what to do. I've got an idea. Why don't you live with your granddad in Manchester? Let your dad and Mel move to London and visit them on the holidays. Mark doesn't answer at first. Then he looks at me and smiles. Can I use your phone? He asks. I need to call my dad. Okay, that's the reading for the exercise. Next, we're going to have to do the multiple choice questions and the grammar gap fill questions. The multiple choice questions are 8 in number and it's pretty straightforward. Grace takes a photo of, is it Benji or a butterfly? So you pick the one that you think is correct, having read the story. And then you click on the arrow for the next question. Mark and Grace speak for the first time on, is it a Tuesday or a Wednesday? Click on the right one and then move on to the next question. Once you've finished all 8 questions, just click on the Finish tab and then you'll see your answer. Next, the grammar gap fill. In this question, you're given a group of words. Mostly, all of them are prepositions. Away, for, in, about, in, at, for, and on. And you're given 8 sentences. Each sentence has a missing slot. So Grace thinks putting the photo on Facebook. So Grace thinks about. So we're going to put about in the empty space there. Grace thinks about putting the photo on Facebook. Okay, and we're going to do the same for all 8 questions, picking a word and then placing it in the empty slot. Once you're finished, click on the Finish tab and you'll get your results, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. I hope everyone's had a good day, and if you have any questions, just drop comments in the comment section or send me an email using the email in the description. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.